Hello everyone, welcome to another day in Shroud of the Avatar. I'm in the Three Skull area of Upper Fortus. As it's a good area to do a bit of training in, you've got quite a few targets up in this upper area which respawn at a reasonable rate. So, as I say, what we're looking at training up is we're training up this one to level 60 because we're slowly working through this particular tree. Then we're also working at getting this one up to level 40 so we can then start to use this shield as a good defensive buff. And then we're working on tactics. We're still working on the strength and endurance, weapon durability. Then we'll be working on this. These are all passive, so those will go up normally. Of course we've got that one. So I've got over here what we're training up with levelling in, and this isn't about my pooled XP. This will actually go down by quite a lot, but I'm not worried about that because I could be training using a training dummy, but we might as well train in an area where it's reasonable return. Just get closer, because for some reason at the moment when when it was red it would then say that you're hitting them, but for some moment you seem to be able to get out of range. Can't see it changing colour. It'd be handy if it changed colour so you know if you're close enough. And I've got to remember to use these ones. Now they might fizzle a lot because I'm using plate. So, as I say, we're just using these to get through them. This one is actually a good defensive or offensive buff because it reduces your target's accuracy to hit you. And then we've got the other buffs we use. Don't use the bow on this because we use too many XP points. So I use the bow as a ranged option in combat. Sometimes you need to be more ranged on a target, so normally wizards and archers I will use ranged on them, even though at this level I could easily go round and kill them with the bludgeon, but as I say, today's about going out and improving the character in regards to the bow tree mostly. Because the other thing that we're trying to get up on the bow tree of course is the passives. So all of these ones are very good passives. And as you train further up here you get very, very strong. The bow becomes very strong as you train these ones up here. This one here means your arrows last longer. This one here increases its damage. This one here increases its range. This one here it's just overall damage thingy. And if you can get this up to GM, then it means that you've got a very, very good offensive ranged weapon. As I say, I tend to play with a ranged deck and a close deck. So look at that, you can hit me and I have no hope, even though it's showing as red on the target. Now that will get better as we get the other further buffs going down. And at the moment we don't worry about this ruffian because for some reason the axes just do very little damage. At the moment melee weapons do not do a massive amount of damage. I'm sure this will change. So we take the game for what it is and then we don't complain later. I mean, some people have said, you know, the bow has just been nerfed. And it has been nerfed a bit, but it's still, if used correctly, can be a very good offensive option. But of course you've got to use the right type of weapon against the target that you are actually meeting up with. Two over here and one down here, so we'll go and get this one first. See, now I could charge him with the melee, but as I say, more about training today. I've got another one coming in, so I have to keep an eye on health. I could just go through them, but health's holding. Another one of those on. Rooted and getting blinded again. And then one goes to Archer. Let's keep an eye on that out. In fact, I think I'll take the better part of Valor and do a withdrawal. Because Death Decay will be a bit too. Mind you, I don't think it make much of a difference to the level we are at the moment. There we go. Let's just get some recovery on us. Yeah, you've got kobolds in this area as well as bandits, so that's what's going on up here. There we go, that'll do us. I'm going to do this guy first. We just reset. Makes me laugh when they do that. Right, who are we going to get first? Go to this one here. Not close enough. There we go. Root him down. Get him a bit blind. Go and get the others taken on. The other archers coming in on us. Should be fine. Let's head on to this guy. Of course, this one cuts down there. Lowers the target's dexterity, which is their chance to dodge, so it's a good one to put on them as well. Rooting, as I say, we're only doing that to get it up to level 40, so we can get Shield of Crystal that lies below it. It is a good one to use if you do want to use, if you have archers, because you can actually tie them down and use a bludgeon weapon and go and deal with them that way. Just want to look at my level 27. We're going down slowly. Did start today with about 30, so we've got a repair kit. And what other loot that they left us? And we got this one. Normal stuff. Did I loot this one over here? No. Potion of health. Good for selling. So I've never got used to really using them. Seems strange, there's a lot of mages up here. I see some bows becoming very much more effective now. And the next one. And blind them. Oh, there's another one coming in from behind. I'll check that in a little while. There's that one too. Get there. So if you use that one, then it means your hit rate is increased. Not being attacked. Oh, I am now. Where is he? There he is. So let's get our defensive buffs on him. Blind him and root him. Let's see what our levels are after this conflict. Oh, running low in focus, so we'll use power attacks. Which power attacks can be, if you GM the bow, power attack as a normal attack can be a very effective offensive attack. 34 on that, 35 on that, so one more level on that one. That we're getting up to level 60 before we change it. These are just whatever they will be as they level up. So in this area, I tend to just stay in the top area because the spawn rate is pretty reasonable. So I find it is a good area for training. Most of them are, you know, ranged targets like the wizards or the not hitting him. So we go in, that's just gone. So next up we're getting a hit on him. And blind. And roots. How far have we got with root? 34. I'm not a fan of root, as I'm only using it to get to the next buff below it, which is a good defensive shield buff. Got that, also go for a bit more spawning, have a look at that. It's under the earth tree, and we need to get that to level 40. And so we can get the Shield of Crystal, which increases our health. So it's a very, very handy buff to use. And just head back up the hill. Let's check this area here, and then we head over to the top end. Got some spawned over here already, worth checking down here. We've got a ruffian and a wizard. I want to make certain that we get the wizard first, because let's say the ruffian doesn't do a fantastic amount of damage with that axe. Blind on, root on him. There we go, and then we are going to change to the bludgeon for the ruffian because they have quite a high dodge factor. We should use these buffs again just for training. That way. Change to the bow again. Attacked by something. Get close to him, and in we go with our normal routine. Reaching in, blinding him, putting distractions. What do they call that one? Blinding shot on him, and we can train this one. This one shot in a couple of times, and we'll use these other ones here. If I could take out these disabling shots, but I don't have enough cards in my deck to be able to do that. And there, just to fill out the tree. All the minimum cards that we've got to carry. Right, so let's go and check up the top here. Yeah, we see one up there. Good, another archer. Use that one. Root him down. A bit of a blind. Interesting because I'm wearing full plate armour and I'm not fizzling that much. Now as you do training, your fizzle rate does go down as long as your attunement increases, but I don't think fizzle's too bad on plate personally. Whether that'll change later. Let's check over here. Yep, that one just spawned that. Once we've done this, we'll look at see how much XP we've used. It's always handy to know when you're starting to level out and gain on your XP. Because if you do lose XP in an area, don't worry too much, just stick in that area until your XP starts to improve before you go into a higher area. Find out what area you can comfortably fight in, and then slowly work your way up. Let's have a look at our training tree. 25. Yeah, we're still losing a very small amount, but it's going down slower now. It does seem to slow down as your pool gets much lower. And of course, the more you do have in your pool, the quicker you will train, but if you build it up, you're not training. So, and if it does deplete, you only train the level of whatever skill you get back. So, let's get the buffs on raining. As an archer, this one here is still very, very powerful, and this one here is a good one to train up on. Those are your two most highly offensive ones. The lining shot is handy, say, because it cuts down their chance of hitting you, also less damage for you. And there are other buffs over here I could use for defensive, but say in this area you don't need to use them, and I'd rather put the training into what I do want to train up on today. Oh, get attacked from behind there. It's an archer. Where is he? Oh, old archer. This one here is a quite good one, 10 to 27. This one here still is a good physical attack, 2 to 6 per arrow. It was nerfed a bit, but of course using a fixed tile also doesn't help. You use a lot more focus. Combat, get some recovery. Let's get some tweak responses. And we've got those down there. Oh, there's quite a few respawned here. We'll do the archer first. Let's bring a bit of light on to make it a bit more easier, so you can see a lot easier. I've got 3, so we might need to withdraw. I think we'll be okay. We won't be worrying about these ones here, and we'll take this one on, because as I say, the axe doesn't do a lot of damage. Got 59 on O1. And then we'll change to the bludgeon. Trees out of the way, and here we go. land on him. Let's claim our loot. And where is the corpse? Buried in the rock. Or even buried, look. Okay, it's night time in the game. Couple over here. And let's change to the ranged. That one. That one. This one should fizzle more, it's now night time. Let's move on to the wizard. Got that one there, fizzling there. What? There we go. Mandrake root. Just going to check over the other area. See if anything spawned over there. Nope. Right. See how we're doing. You just need to get that one up one more level. Need to get that one up one more level. 4 more levels on that, and 5 more levels on that one. I think that's going to be. I think this is where I will bring this video to a close, since it's night time in the game. I'll give the character a rest, then I'll come out and do a little bit more training. And as I say, I hope this has been a good insight into how to train up a character in the game by targeting what you're training on. And I hope I've explained some of the buffs. Any questions, do field them in the area below and I will get back to you. And of course, if you are new to my channel, if you click on the subscribe button, you'll get to know when more of my content is coming out. As I said before, feel free to leave any comments in comment sections and I will get back to you. And thank you for watching.